Hello, everyone. My name is Gwen, and I am here to go over the February Book of the Month picks. Couldn't do it this morning when they actually went live, but I'm here now, so better late than never. So I'm sure a lot of you have already picked which books that you're choosing for the month and that you're excited about. But now I get to see what the book picks are and get excited about them, and we can get excited about them together. If you don't know, I do these every single month. If they fall on a Wednesday, it's usually late because I have Bible study in the morning. If they fall on Sunday, it's usually late because I have church. But other than that, I'm usually like first thing in the morning when they drop here. And I also do this for Aardvark Book Club. So here I am for Book of the Month for February, which is my birthday month. So I will have an extra credit, which I'm excited about. Yeah, I guess we should just go ahead and get into the books. Hello, hello, friends. Let me know what you guys end up selecting. If you select anything, if you're not subscribed to Book of the Month, I do have a link in my description box that gets you your first book for a discounted rate. So that's always a good thing to check out. Okay, let me see. Here we go. February books. A short list of the best new books selected by the Book of the Month editorial team. So the first one we have is a contemporary fiction, Good People. Also a debut. When an immigrant family faces a tragedy, shockwaves ripple in a community. How does neighborly gossip warp the truth? Multiple viewpoints, suburban drama, slow builds, and immigration. Why we chose it. This book's kaleidoscopic narrative is expertly crafted and presents the story from many different angles. It's a structure unlike anything we've read before. That's interesting because they definitely read a lot of books. We've all experienced how gossip can shape reality. This story definitely explores how outside narratives and misinformation can quietly shift rumors into truth. Reading this novel is like listening to the best kind of oral history. Its many characters' voices come to life in a way that made us feel like we already know them. Okay, so you have this family, the picture perfect success, prosperous, rich, happy. They come to this country as refugees with nothing more than the clothes on their backs. And now, after years of hard work, they live in the most exclusive neighborhood, their growing family attending the most prestigious schools. Zora, the eldest daughter, is the apple of the father's eye. When an unthinkable tragedy strikes, everyone is left reeling, and the family is thrust into the court of public opinion. There is talk that behind closed doors, the family is anything but. How did they achieve the American dream? Or is the image of the model immigrant family just a facade? Like a literary game of ping pong, Good People compels the reader to reconsider what might have happened even on the previous page. Told through a kaleidoscope of perspectives, it's a riveting, provocative, and haunting story of family, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, and the communities that claim us as family in difficult times. Okay, so let me know if you're excited about that one. Next up, we have a romance, One and Only. All right, it's by Maureen Gu. Quick take. When a psychic matchmaker unexpectedly falls in love, she'll have to decide what to trust, her magic or her heart. Light read, magical, love triangle, salacious. Why we chose it. The family owned matchmaking service at the heart of this novel uses psychic abilities to bring people together, taking the magic of falling in love to enchanting new heights. This main character is smart, funny, and independent, and it is refreshing to watch her fall in love after years of convincing herself that romance wasn't in the cards for her. This book engages what it means to find the one, and it left the editorial team pondering over whether or not we believe in multiple soulmates. Synopsis. Cassia Park believes in soulmates, fated love stories. It's her family business after all. For centuries, from Korea to Los Angeles, Park women have peered into clients' past lives to find their one true love. They're fated. This magical secret is why one and only matchmaking has a 100% guarantee for everyone but Cassia. For 10 years, Cass has been searching for her fated, a man named Daniel Nam, but he's nowhere to be found. And so, on the eve of her 40th birthday, Cass decides to do something for herself. She impulsively has a fling with Ellis. He's 28, indecently handsome, and not destined to be the love of her life. But she's surprised by their connection, and their fling feels like something more. Up to the moment he introduces her to his boss. Oh my goodness, Daniel. As she battles between fate and chance, head and heart, a family secret is revealed that will make her question everything she's ever known. Cassia will have to decide if she'll follow her fate or make her own. Okay, that sounds super fun. Next up, thriller. It's not her. Quick take. When a vacation turns into a crime scene, one woman must solve a chilling mystery to save what's left of her family. Fast read, nonlinear timeline, multiple viewpoints, who done it? Why we chose it. This unpredictable, twisty page turner had our editorial team placing bets on what would happen by the end. And no, none of us guessed correctly. With eerie abandoned cabins and sudden noises in the night, the small town lakeside atmosphere makes the story all the creepier. From an aunt determined to protect her nieces to a messy teenager just trying to grow up, the well-drawn, compelling characters give this novel an emotional edge. So, I might end up picking this one. We shall see. A scream shatters the silence. Courtney Graves' peaceful vacation turns into a nightmare when she discovers her brother and sister-in-law dead in their lakeside cottage. Her niece Reese is missing. Her nephew White is asleep upstairs unharmed. A town full of secrets. As police swarm the quiet resort, dark truths about Courtney's family and the town itself begin to surface. Is Reese a victim or the killer? A truth no one saw coming. With everyone hiding something, Courtney races to uncover the terrible mystery, but the closer she gets, the harder it is to know who or what to trust. Okay. Next up, a YA fantasy, Stolen Midnights by Catherine Quinn. When a magical locket is stolen from an 18-year-old on her birthday, an enchanting quest of romance and revenge ensues. So we have romance, multiple viewpoints, 400 plus pages, first in a series. Why we chose it. This good girl meets bad boy romance has us swooning over the opposites attract chemistry. These main characters aren't afraid to push against the social hierarchies and magic systems that rule their world, and we couldn't wait to see where their quest would take them next. This lush, whimsical atmosphere made for a charming read, and it felt like the best elements of a fairy tale. So you have the ruling fates bestow gifts among the society's most favored. When Damien, a cold and hardened thief, is hired to steal one of those gifts meant for the princess of Ward 1, Ren Hayes, he finds himself entangled in a web of secrets. The gift, a locket containing his own photograph. Once the locket is open, hidden truths unravel, shedding light on the ruthless ways of the upper class. Yearning for the three fates and the magical gifts they bestow, the Lord of Andali will go to any length to keep their power, including murder. Brought together by destiny and fighting a dangerous temptation that's becoming harder to resist, Ren and Damien navigate a seedy world where the truth can destroy not only their lives, but the city itself. Interesting. Next up, we have The Exes, another thriller pick. This one says, dead exes keep piling up, and she might be the only common link. Is her husband next? Psychological, nonlinear timeline, slow build, unreliable narrator. Why we chose it. This character-driven thriller is just as focused on our narrator's emotional arc as it is on the increasingly unsettling plot points. It is fascinating to be a fly on the wall for the protagonist's conversation with her therapist, which bring to light the chilling effects of memory repression and manipulation. The twists and turns in the story are truly unpredictable and left us gasping right up to the final page. This one does contain scenes depicting sexual assault, so keep that in mind. Synopsis: Natalie has only ever wanted to find the one, the perfect man, the happy family she never had. But each time she thinks she is finally getting somewhere, she's bitterly disappointed. Another red line through a list of exes. And that was before the night of the big fallout that left her even more alone. Then along came James, wonderful, handsome James, and Natalie thinks her luck has finally turned. Maybe he's the one for her. Maybe he's the one she's been waiting for all along. Maybe he won't wind up dead. But the harder Natalie tries to be a normal wife, the more world upending truths are brought to her door, leaving her unsure of who she really is and much less what she'll do, leaving her to question whether there is a monster within her or whether there is a villain toying with her from the outside. What's the secret story behind Natalie's dead exes? Will she and James survive their marriage? And do either of them deserve to? Okay. And then it looks like we have a very early release for A Good Animal. Literary fiction, quick take. Trying to look at the cover real quick. Will he never leave his small town life? She longs for something more. Can their love sustain both of their dreams? So, romance, serious, rural, coming of age. The writing in this novel is lush, immersive, and filled with lines you'll want to underline. This is an assured debut from a writer to watch. Have you ever read a book set on a sheep farm in 1995? Neither had we, but the scenery of Michigan's Upper Peninsula instantly had us invested in all sorts of sheep terminology. The coming of age arc pulled on our heartstrings and brought us back to the ups and downs of being a teenager and falling in love for the first time. Staying in his dream, leaving his hers, one secret threatens them both. In the farm country outside Salt, something, Marie, Michigan, a border town where life moves slow and dreams run fast. Most kids want out, not Everett. He set on staying put, rebuilding his family's sheep farm and carving a future from the land he loves. Then he meets Mary, a new girl in town with restless energy and bigger plans. When their relationship reaches a crossroads, Everett sees a life together. Mary, however, is desperate to find a way out. Together they make an impulsive choice, one that could change everything. Tense, lyrical, and deeply felt, Sarah Moore's unforgettable debut breathtakingly captures the ache of first love, the beauty and brutality of rural life, and how one decision can echo through generations and shape who we become. So, those are the main picks. I would probably add It's Not Her to my box. But let me know what you're thinking so far, and then we can go through the add-ons. Okay, let's see where I was. Okay. I'm not currently subscribed, but based on this live, I may rejoin. Oh, goodness. No pressure. Oh, my goodness. One and only, I think I requested on NetGalley. Sounds super cute. Yeah, that one does sound cute. Jules, you made it. The Exes sounds good. I don't really prefer thrillers that are character driven. I go into thrillers for the plot. I like general fiction for characters, but that's just like a personal preference thing. I think I'm going to get the audio for It's Not Her. Ooh, see, that's always an option, you guys. That's always an option. Jules doesn't like to keep a lot of thrillers on her shelf because she like doesn't reread them. So she can get the audio. You can too. That's an option. I'm getting It's Not Her and One and Only from the main picks. Yay. Okay. Now let me see what add-ons we have, which I always struggle with this. Oh, these are those like February collections that they were talking about. Interesting. I don't even Okay. So it's like a 100-year thing. Okay. Centennial editions celebrate our legacy, books we discovered early, believed in deeply, and still stand by. Read them, reread them, collect them. Okay. So we have a 1929 selection. This is wild. All Quiet on the Western Front. This is a translated novel. Oh, wow. So this author was a German author and World War I veteran. Interesting. It says, let's see, 10 years after the end of the First World War, All Quiet on the Western Front told the story of a generation shaped by combat. Written by a former German soldier, it was translated into English a year later and quickly became an international bestseller. That is so interesting. Okay. I like that they have all of this information here. And then they do have a synopsis. Interesting. So, yeah, they did talk about this on there. And this is the other one. The offset titles from indie and international voices for those who seek artistic expression over commercial appeal, elevated prose over action-packed plots, and the unconventional over the mainstream. The offset is a counterbalance to commercial trends, offering books that are an artful deviation from the unexpected. So these are probably not going to be my vibe, but maybe they're your vibe. The Natural Way of Things by Charlotte Wood. 8 women awake as prisoners in the desert, but who are their captors and what are their crimes? Wait a minute. This actually sounds good. You know what this is reminding me of? Is it They Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline? What is that book? Whatever that book is, I read it and I was kind of obsessed. Desert dystopia, female rage, visceral writing. Guys, why does this sound so good? This book contains mentions of rape, sexual assault, and suicide. When the women awaken from a drugged sleep to find themselves imprisoned in a broken down property in the middle of the desert, they have no idea where they are or how they came to be there. Doing hard labor under a sweltering sun, guarded by 2 inept yet vicious jailers, the prisoners soon learn what links them. And each woman's past is a sexual scandal with a powerful man. They pray for rescue, but as the hours turn into days and the days turn into weeks and months, it becomes clear that the women must rescue themselves. Originally published in 2016 and ever more relevant in its 10th anniversary, it's a lucid and illusory fable and a brilliantly plotted novel of ideas that reminds us of a humankind's own vast contradictions and the capacity of savagery, selfishness, resilience, and redemption, all contained by a single vulnerable body. Wow, this one actually sounds really good. And I'm very curious why there's a horse on the cover. Okay, let's see. Spotlight, Lolly Awards, Black History, Romantic Reads. Okay, new and recent add-ons. Here we are. Finally, we have arrived. Okay, How to Kill a Guy in 10 Days looks new. Dawn in the North. This book made me think of you, which has the cutest cover. So Also Young, Sunk in Love, Skylark. No, The Odds of You. All those have been available before. Okay, we'll start here. A romance. How to Kill a Guy in 10 Days. Was that available before? I don't know. 2 friends learn just how dangerous the dating pool is when a speed dating event turns deadly. Swoon, laugh, kill. Female friendships, whodunit, movie-ish, salacious. Okay. This one is fantasy, Dawn of the North. It's like a spin on Game of Thrones. The 3rd installment of the Ashen series. Okay, so that's good to know because I would hate for someone to get this book thinking it's a new thing where heroes must restore peace in the kingdom. 400 plus pages, salacious, multiple viewpoints, 3rd in the series. So did they offer the other books in this series? Or are they just offering this 3rd one? I'm confused. Okay. Next up, contemporary fiction. This book made me think of you by Libby Page. We know the power of a new book each month. In this novel, it takes 12 book wrecks to repair a widow's broken heart. Emotional book about books, 400 plus pages, cozy. It looks cozy. Okay, so old, so young, contemporary fiction. Over 2 decades, a friend group navigates the trials and tribulations of love, grief, and adulthood together. Multiple viewpoints, salacious female friendships, New York City. Love this cover. Sunken love, a romance. What's worse than a cruise with your ex-husband? Having to pretend to be still married in front of your entire family. 400 plus pages, salacious, nonlinear timeline, second chance romance. And then I think this is the last new one. Who knows anymore? Skylark, a poignant tale of bravery in the face of oppression, spanning centuries but connected to an underground city in Paris. 400 plus pages, nonlinear timeline, multiple viewpoints, and war. And then The Odds of You. I've already got this from Book of the Month. The Rebel and the Rose. And then The Husband's Wife, which I already have from Book of the Month as well. So, okay. So those are the books. I put this in my box. It's not her, but I am going to go out and do a little bit more research on my own. But that looks like all of the picks and the add-ons. So definitely let me know if you're going to pick something, what you picked, and all of that good stuff. I would say It's Not Her feels like I would like it best. I liked All Quiet on the Western Front when I read it in high school. Fun to have a classic on here. Interesting. The movie was better. All Quiet on the Western Front was amazing. I did a report on it. That's awesome, you guys. Yeah, it did sound, the one with the horse on the cover. Do we know the results of the Lolly Awards yet? I don't think so. Let's go back and look at that really quick. It just says the nominees. It still just has the nominees here. So I think it will be announced next month. What did everybody vote for? I kind of would like this. What Kind of Paradise is sold out? So is Discontent. That's interesting. It doesn't mean they're the best, but that is like an indication to me personally. I have not read it, but I voted for the names because I really want that to be an option. And then I'd also like What Kind of Paradise to be an option. Silver Elite was really good. I know a lot of people loved Wild Dark Shore though. Yeah. And I've read Alchemy of Secrets. It was okay. So yeah, I think we'll find that out next month, Lena. Someone's a fan of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I mean, I am too. So like same, you know? Let's see. That looks good. Bye. Yes, you guys go vote. Oh, you didn't? They shouldn't have that up there if the voting is over. But what do I know? That's just how I would run my company. I only voted for Play Nice since it's the only one I read. Well, I took a page out of one of my friends' books and they said, I didn't vote for which one I thought was the best. I voted for the ones that I want to win so that I can get a free copy of it. And I was like, that's so smart. So yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on February 1st to go over the Aardvark book club picks. And I know you guys all don't show up over there because I see the numbers. I know how many of you come here to watch this and I see how many come over there to watch that one. So show up on February 1st to watch the Aardvark book club picks. When is the 1st? Let me look. It's probably because I haven't really thought about it. It's on a Sunday. So Sunday is going to be a busy day for me. I have church, I have a members meeting. So it's going to be sometime in like the early afternoon that I'm able to come on and actually go over the picks with you. But like, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, do all of that fun stuff. Follow me. I'm a pretty cool person. I do cool videos, but thank you for being here today. Again, if you're not subscribed to Book of the Month, I have my code in the description box. But until next time, friends, read a good book, have a good day, stay safe and warm out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.